Beacon Plumbing, stop freaking.
2017 Albert Appliance Seafair Cup, Heat 2A.
The announcers, Brad Luce and Mark Allen with the call. Down the stretch.
There it is, race fans. That is your 5-minute gun, and now it's time to go boat racing. Here's who will be racing in Heat 2A, presented for Seafair by Tulalip Casino. The U12 Graham Trucking with J.
The 16 Oh Boy Alberto, J.W. Myers. The 12 Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly. The 21 Albert Appliance, Brian Perkins.
And the safety of those around you. Everyone must be out of the water when the hydros are on the Ron Ted Jones racecourse. Now it's time to get out of the water and enjoy the world's fastest race boats. Heat 2A is presented for Seafair by Tulalip Casino.
99.9 Car Star, Miss Rock, Greg Hopp.
Would have been appropriate as well.
Absolutely, and Ron and Ted are up there. Hopefully they're sitting together somewhere looking down on this and said, wow, what a mark we left on boat racing, the city of Seattle, and certainly Seafair.
All 4 boats up and running and on the course as Greg Hopp brings the U-9.
Now, he'll be coming up on the front chute with you. We're coming up to 3 minutes and 30 seconds, Mark 3:30.
Cutting through the infield, the donuts and the timing runs, Brad Luce. It's already started here with 3.5 minutes to go before the start.
We've already had a couple of boats cut the course. We had Brian Perkins cut the course from the front stretch to the back in the U21, and we had J.W. Myers cut it from back to front up at the top end of the race course. J. Michael Kelly coming slow down the front straightaway here. And these guys have to be very cognizant of the fact they cannot drop below 80 miles an hour between now and the time the heat starts. We saw that in our second heat of racing today, and unfortunately, it cost Jimmy Shane and the Mist Home Street Bank a first place finish. So they know the officials are watching. They got to keep it above 80 miles an hour mark. 2:45 until our start.
J. Michael Kelly and the Graham Trucking with a first place finish in his first heat today. J.W. Myers and the Ovoy Alberto and Brian Perkins each with a third place finish earlier in heats today.
Be careful on your entry here. You don't get Perkins, but you got plenty of room. Perkins is not cutting on it. You're by yourself. 2:26.
The bottom end of the race course in that predominantly black boat trimmed in yellow and red. The famous Miss Rock color scheme. The rest of the boats are spread all across the race course here. They'll be bundling up here shortly, though, as we're coming up on 2:10, and then 2 minutes to our start. These guys start timing it out.
We'll see what J. Michael Kelly chooses to do here. Is he going to go all the way around or make a cut through to the back stretch? Nope, he's going to go all the way around. Nope.
As soon as you say that, he was just waiting for you to say it, Mark.
He's listening, yeah, I know, he's listening.
So he'll go over to the backstretch as we come up on 1:50. Now, when we saw Jimmy Shane wind up going a little too slow.
Well, you're way too early here. You have to cut the course, but he's right there with you. He's right there with you. You got to cut behind him and cut the course. We're at 1:37. I don't think you can kill this much time. Your call. But he's right on your inside. You can't cut in front of him. Okay, now you can. Now you can. Go. Keep going. Keep going. You're going to be behind if you get the speed up. You're going to be back a bit. We're at 1:20.
Entering the south turn.
So that's pretty close. We'll have to watch him. J. Michael Kelly certainly seems to be in good position. The boat to watch right now, Mark Allen, is the 16, J.W. Myers. He's going to cut the course back to front. That would be expected. I would expect him to throw in another loop. He'll probably cut front to back when he gets down here. In 1 minute, right there, Mark, 1 minute.
Brian Perkins on the inside lane as they slowly go up the back stretch. Got to keep that 80 mile an hour speed up. Right next to him.
He's apex of infield. He's going to have to fall to your outside. Run your numbers. You're fine.
Coming up behind them, we'll see how he fits in, and J.W. Myers as well. Looks like he's going to be...
Those guys are early up front. You run your numbers. You run your numbers. You stick with a 24 entrance.
They're at 34 seconds, and they are coming to the north turn. Brad Luce, that is Brian Perkins in the Albert Lee U21, and he is at the apex of the north turn at 24 seconds.
Boy, he is early. He's really early, and he's bringing up Hop with him. He's at the exit pin of the corner at 20 seconds. Now, coming up behind him in lane 3 is going to be J. Michael Kelly. On the outside is going to be J.W. Myers. They should have pretty good boat speed as they come up to these two other boats that have been early. We're inside 10 seconds, and we're coming up now on 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, and the boat speed is going to be in lane number 3 and lane number 4. We are racing in Heat 2A, presented by Tulalip Casino. First boat to get down here in lane number 3 is going to be J. Michael Kelly, but he's got 2 boats with him on the inside, Mark. This is going to be a busy first.
Get him floating off that turn. Get him floating off that turn.
And it's JMK. J.
3, stay out in 3.
Side, folks on the western side of the lake can see those 2 boats.
You're starting to pull the 21. You're pulling the 21 now. Just run it through that turn, get some clean water, and run through that turn, you'll catch it.
Myers in 3rd.
J.W. Myers is showing a fair amount of boat speed up the backstretch. He's in 3rd place, and he's on the far outside. He is going to try and run down Brian Perkins, but Perkins has got a much smaller race course. They come off the top end of the north turn. They'll come down and put 1 in the books here in the Ted Jones race course. It is all red. J. Michael Kelly, he's out in front, but the race is going to be for 2nd. And on the inside, it is Brian Perkins, but pulling up alongside on a much bigger race course is going to be J.W. Myers. Mark, he's starting to stretch the legs a little bit.
There you go. Get it going. Get off that car. Get on that car. Get her going. Get her going. We can get him. We can get him.
Rooster tail and a half lead over the 2 boats that are running side by side off the turn. It's Brian Perkins by about 4 or 5 boat lengths over J.W. Myers as they go halfway up the backstretch. They're not going to catch J. Michael Kelly, but they are going to have a great boat race between the 2 of them. And Greg Hopp brings up the 4th place finish here, and he's about halfway through his lap number 2 as well. But it's Brian Perkins and J.W. Myers halfway through the turn. Here comes J. Michael Kelly and the 2 guys battling for 2nd.
Those guys are deck to deck, just exiting turn 2 now.
They're going to come down and put 2 in the books with 1 to go. Kelly is already across. He is on his final lap. And now it is Jay.
Well, he's got 2 boat lengths out. Here he comes up. Get going. Get going. He's right there.
Over Perkins. They are literally dead even as they come down here to the corner. It is Perkins on the inside. J-Dub driving hard on the outside, Mark.
Giving him lots of racing room, and J. Michael Kelly already off the turn, but the 2 guys racing for 2nd place. Brian Perkins now off the turn. J.W. Myers is hidden in his rooster tail, but he's only about 4 boat lengths behind. It looks like a double rooster tail out there, halfway up the backstretch for 2nd place as J. Michael Kelly enters the north turn for the final time. Your race is for 2nd place, and right now we can see Brian Perkins. Let's see who pokes his nose out as they turn to us. Brad Luce.
Coming off the top end of the course, here comes your leader and apparent winner. It is going to be J. Michael Kelly. He swings out wide. And now
Get on the canard. Get on the canard. Float her off the turn. Let's get going. We need some boat speed bad. Boat speed.
21, the 16 on the outside. That is J.W. Myers and the Alberto. They come down to the finish line. It is going to be from here. It is J.W. Myers in the Oh Boy Alberto, just nipping Brian Perkins in the 21, the Albert Lee Appliance. Holy cow, we're going to have to verify that one from the officials. I think that's the way we got it.
We tried to hold her off for a while. Yeah, good job of it.
And it was indeed J-Dub. Wow, he was able to run down Brian Perkins, and Mark Allen, he did it on a mighty large race course.
Very interesting finish in terms, even for J. Michael Kelly. He came way wide outside.